Welcome to Bengals Breakdown, your go-to spot for everything Cincinnati Bengals. I'm your host, and today we're diving into some game-changing NFL updates that are set to impact the Bengals big time in the 2025 season. First up, the much-debated tush-push rule is staying put. That's right. The controversial play that's become a signature in goal line situations will still be allowed this season. This is huge news for Cincinnati, as the Bengals' offensive strategies can definitely lean into this tactic moving forward. We'll also break down the recent buzz around playoff seeding proposals, especially the one from the Detroit Lions, which didn't quite make the cut but could have shaken things up for the Bengals' playoff picture. And here's something exciting on a bigger scale. Flag football is officially headed to the Olympics in 2028, and NFL players, including some Bengals stars, might be suiting up on that global stage. Imagine seeing your favorite Bengals representing in Los Angeles. That's something special to look forward to. But before we get into all the details, make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a Bengals update. We're growing fast, and with your support, we're aiming for 20,000 subscribers soon. Now, let's jump right into today's Bengals news. Let's talk straight. The tush push might be one of the most polarizing plays in the NFL right now. And while it's staying legal in 2025, it's not something the Bengals rely on. You're not going to see Joe Burrow diving behind a wall of linemen like Jalen Hurts. That's just not Cincinnati's style. But here's the twist. Even if the Bengals don't run it, they still have to deal with it. And that's where the challenge begins. The Bengals struggled in short yardage situations last season, offensively and defensively. While the offense may look to more creative options instead of brute force plays like the tush push, the defense needs to level up. If Cincinnati finds itself facing teams like Baltimore or Buffalo, who are experimenting with this kind of power play, the D-line needs to be ready. Last season, 3rd and 1 felt like an automatic conversion for opponents. That cannot happen again. If the Bengals want to contend for a Super Bowl, they need to stop these plays cold. Because the deeper into the playoffs you go, the more likely you'll meet a team that's mastered it. Imagine this. It's late January, the AFC Championship is on the line, and you're facing Philly, or any team bold enough to keep it old school and smash it down the middle. If Cincinnati isn't prepared defensively, 1 yard could mean the difference between heartbreak and history. Bottom line, even though the Bengals won't run the tush push, they have to stop it. And that makes this rule's survival very relevant to Cincinnati's 2025 game plan. Let's talk playoff seeding and why it matters so much for a team like the Cincinnati Bengals. Recently, there was chatter around the league about changing the playoff format, specifically scrapping automatic top 4 seeds for division winners and instead going strictly by regular season record. That proposal didn't pass, and honestly, that's a win for the Bengals. Here's why. The AFC North is an absolute gauntlet. We're talking about some of the most physical, high-stakes football in the NFL. Games where rivalries run deep and every inch matters. For Cincinnati, emerging from that chaos to win the division means something. It's not just a stat. It's a badge of honor. Beating Baltimore, outlasting Pittsburgh, fending off Cleveland, that deserves a home playoff game. And while teams like Detroit may feel slighted when records don't align with seeding, the Bengals know that winning the AFC North is one of the toughest paths in football. The idea that a wildcard team with a few more wins against weaker opponents could leapfrog a division champion like the Bengals, that's not just flawed. It disrespects what division football is all about. As Mike Tomlin put it, and yes, he's on the rival sideline, the structure of division play is sacred. It fuels rivalries, intensifies matchups, and makes football mean more. Cincinnati lives that every year. And when the Bengals claw their way to the top of the North, they've earned that home field. So the playoff format stays. And for Bengals fans, that's not just tradition. That's justice. Winning the AFC North, that's not just a milestone, it's a statement. When a team like Cincinnati claws its way through the brutal terrain of one of the NFL's most competitive divisions, it deserves a home playoff game. Period. And it's not just about the wins. It's about what those wins cost. Beating the Ravens in a fourth quarter slugfest, outdueling the Steelers under the lights, surviving a physical, grinding matchup with Cleveland's defense. That kind of path isn't just difficult, it forges champions. It's what makes winning the division so meaningful for the Bengals. Changing the playoff seeding rules would have stripped that meaning away. Rivalries like Bengals Ravens and Bengals Steelers aren't just highlights on the calendar, they define seasons. They dictate who earns the right to host in January. That edge, that fire, it keeps the division fights fierce and the stakes sky high. Thankfully, the NFL stood firm. The seeding stays the same, and that's the right call. Now, shifting gears to a big picture development with major Bengals implications, the Olympics. For the first time ever, NFL players have been cleared to compete in flag football at the 2028 Summer Olympics, and it opens up a wild new chapter for global football. The vote passed unanimously, and it means we could be seeing NFL stars on an international stage representing the red, white, and blue. Naturally, Bengals fans are already dreaming. Could we see Joe Burrow slinging passes in the Olympics? Could Jamar Chase be burning defenders in flag football cleats instead of Bengals spikes? With only 10 spots on the roster, 5 on offense, 5 on defense, competition will be fierce. But if anyone belongs in that conversation, it's Burrow and Chase. The Olympics are coming to LA, and with it, a whole new way to showcase NFL talent. Bengal stars might just be leading the charge. Let's be real, the idea of NFL stars competing for gold in the Olympics is electric. And when it comes to flag football in 2028, no team's fan base has more reason to be excited than Bengals Nation. Joe Burrow has already shown interest, so have other top quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes among them. But here's the catch. There's only one quarterback spot on Team USA. Just one. So how do you choose? If you're looking for the most poised, precise, and intelligent field general in football, Joe Burrow's name belongs in that conversation. The same goes for Jamar Chase. His speed, vision, and route running are tailor-made for flag football, where quick cuts and open field agility take center stage. But here's the dilemma. Only one player per NFL team can make the Olympic roster. That means Bengals fans may have to choose between their superstar quarterback and their game-breaking wide receiver. And that's tough, because both deserve the global stage. Regardless of who makes it, the Olympics are about to showcase football in a way we've never seen before. No pads, no helmets, no tackles, just raw speed, precision, and football IQ. It's a celebration of skill, and if Burrow or Chase land a spot, it's not just a win for Team USA. It's a win for Cincinnati. This is bigger than highlight reels. This is about showing the world what Bengals football is all about. Let's talk truth for a second. Anyone doubting whether Joe Burrow could dominate a flag football field hasn't been paying attention. There's this strange narrative floating around that Burrow, because he's a traditional pocket passer, wouldn't be ideal for flag. That's nonsense. This is the same quarterback who has dissected NFL defenses with surgical precision, who's escaped pressure in the AFC's toughest environments, and who's led the Bengals to the Super Bowl. Strip away the pads and contact, that only frees him up to show off his precision and quick decision-making even more. That said, if forced to pick just one Bengal to represent Team USA in the 2028 Olympics, Jamar Chase might be the answer. Here's why. In flag football, space is everything. Acceleration, sudden change of direction, explosive route running. Jamar Chase checks every box. Imagine Chase lined up against an international defender unfamiliar with NFL-level speed. It wouldn't be fair. It would be highlight reel chaos. As for assembling a full flag football dream team, we'll leave the debate to the rest of the league. Our focus is simple. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are generational talents. And if Team USA is serious about bringing home gold, at least one of them should be wearing red, white, and blue in 2028. Because if you're building a team to win on the world's biggest stage, you'd better start in Cincinnati.